Hi there, welcome to the Lumiere channel. Welcome to your spirit guide messages of the week. This is going to have a message that you need to hear from spirit for the next several days coming forward, or a decision, or a moment that's going to be not stressful, but a moment where you need some sort of something, an answer. This is going to provide you guidance or just a way to move the energy to carry this week. So don't forget to check back in if you need to make a note of what resonates with you in this book. As always, you can use one of the me journals. We have yellow, white, black, and red. The links ought to be in the description box or in the community board to see how you can get your own personal copy. This is gonna be maybe a little 18 plus because I will be using another deck to clarify this, but this is card 1, card 2, card 3. 1, 2, 3. This deck was gifted to us for my birthday and for the channel or whatever, and it's the deck of many things, the deck of many fates. Right now this is the deck of many fates, but I will eventually mix them together. So thank you so much. You know who you are. Thank you so much. I totally appreciate you getting this for us and for me. Oh, thank you. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I will see you in your reading. Hey, number 3. Okay, so I don't actually know what I'm doing here. Wait, I do, but I didn't put any numbers on top. Anyway, all right. Hey, number 3. Your card is Pestilence. You are afflicted with a contagious, disfiguring disease. These are not tarot or oracle cards. They're really gaming cards, but I definitely use them in an oracle fashion, and this is going to be super, super fun. You are afflicted with a contagious, disfiguring disease. The symptoms and method of transmission are chosen by the DM. So let's find out what this energy is and how you can move through it, okay? This week, Spirit might be alerting you to something that's going to be bothering you. This guidance may be in relation to something that's maybe even been bothering you for quite some time, and it's mental, right? This is something that's been in your energy. I feel like you picked it up from external energies in your life. This is about something, maybe the people you work with, right? Maybe there's been some bad vibes there from you or from them. There's just this sort of energy of bad vibes in your world that are pre-existing, I'm going to say. They're pre-existing conditions. And, or it could even be the current, pandy that's going on that is affecting you this week in some sort of way. But I feel like this is something that is inside you that's been affecting you. There's been something that's been affecting you. And Spirit is either saying, actually look at it and attend to it in a way that is meaningful moving forward, or no, like look at it. Like try to figure out how you're being affected by this energy, why you're being affected by this energy, and if there's a way out for you of this energy. And honestly, it's going to be from within. I'm not seeing an external cure per se. I'm seeing more of an internal pivot where you change your perspective on how you see the situation. I am using the tarot of sexual magic, a long time looking from afar of mine, and thank you so much to the wonderful, wonderful person that also gifted this deck to the channel. If you would like to give a deck to the channel, or get a gift for my birthday as a thank you, or just as a, hey, use these kinds of decks, I want to see you use this deck, you can absolutely do that. The link is in the description box below. I'm still shuffling the cards because this is still giving me messages. They're sort of trickling in, and I feel like there's one more thing. Also, I feel like you might be evolving. Like, that's a really weird thing to say, but these dots look like light is bursting through someone's body. Like, it cannot be contained within them. So I feel like if there's been something that you've been holding back inside, there's something inside of you, number 3. If there's been something inside of you that you've been holding back, from. Let it out. Like if it's your light, let it out. Right? The things that make you happy. So, Spirit, can you tell us more about this? What's the guidance for number 3? What's the guidance, please? Okay. So these cards do have adult themes attached to them. So please don't look too closely if you are not an adult, or just come back later when you are an adult. Aw. Okay. Yeah, I feel like there is something really bothering you on the outside here. There's something bothering you on the inside that's from the outside. But I feel like the cure, or the Hanged Man in reverse at the top of the deck. The key is on the inside. Like the key is on your insides. It's a perspective shift. You need to look elsewhere. Look at it from a different person. Oh, the Hanged Man in reverse. Look at it from a different perspective. If there's some issue going on externally in your world, look at yourself and see what about it bothers you. Here we have the, oh my gosh, what is this? The Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. So, earth, right? Body stuff. And here we have pestilence, which is something from inside you. The Page of Pentacles in this deck is looking a little... Let me see if I can change the lighting on this. Is this better somehow? The Page of Pentacles in this deck is, it's almost like they're making this lady drink in order for them to feel satisfaction. By them, I mean the page themselves. It's almost like they think they have to do something to other people in order for them to feel some type of way of themselves. And who knows how much that's happened there. I feel like with that, how that's coming across, first of all, I don't know why he's coming up so Page of Cupsy. Like, where's the pentacles at? I feel like with this energy, the Page of Pentacles isn't looking beyond a certain perspective, because the Page of Pentacles is our student, our learner. I'm gonna check the little black book on this, the white book. Our student, our learner, they are our little guy, you know, our little school chum. But with him being in reverse, I feel like there's a call to look within. I really do, especially with the Seven of Swords. Typically, the Seven of Swords is someone looking one way while walking another way. And here we have two souls, two beings, perhaps the same being, looking different ways. Here we have two beings looking the same way in the middle of the Page of Ace of Pentacles. And here we have two beings looking one way, but in an intoxicated, what are we doing type of way. So I feel like there's a call for you to look within yourself. Now let me get a little bit more here in terms of what these cards mean in this deck. Why did I use this deck? So Seven of Swords is about tasting. Only the beginning is not enough, but it is a beginning. Not every seed can ripen in a day. This is why you must persevere. Okay. Very interesting. The Ace of Pentacles I will read last because I really do like that message. The Page of Pentacles talks about arousal, the magic of the wine goblet. Transgression leads to excitement, but neither one nor the other can last without some moderation. That's so funny. And then the ace is gratification. A complete and gratifying relationship unites mind, flesh, and spirit. Love is rooted in the intimacy that follows intercourse. So, not only are these two facing in the same direction and these two facing opposing directions, but in the middle is this sort of unity, this coming together of these two beings, which is, our inner yin and our inner yang. I feel like there's a call for you to, this week, lead with your yin, but not in a way that is being masculine, yang manipulated. What do I mean? Yin in a loose term is feminine energy, passivity, receptivity, inwardness. Yang is masculine energy, if we're gonna, dumb it down like that. It's bursting out, it's outward, and together they make this really beautiful symbiosis, right? This beautiful alchemy. And for us, when we are too outward facing and it enters us and infects us, we can't look at the outside to fix what it's done to us on the inside. Unfortunately, we have to look on the inside to see how we can affect the outside, because the outside may not change until our inside and how we relate to our outside changes. So there is a really beautiful way to do that. The Ace of Pentacles is a reminder that there is unity and that it is possible, and it is at the center of it, right? Love is rooted in the intimacy that follows intercourse. So there's something here about a merging of our energies. And I'm seeing a going inside, especially with the Seven of Swords, a going inside and tickling and arousing and tasting the bits and pieces that are triggering us, because those might be, unfortunately for me to say, little tiny blessings that are breadcrumbing us to our next level of growth within us. I'm finding out personally a lot of things about myself that I just did not know, because of actually big things that have happened in my life, but certain triggers that I know, I have to be in those triggered spaces. So I feel like for you this week, there's something here about you looking at your triggers as okay, what is this telling me about myself? And what about that is something that I need to look at particularly. This yellow thing is to help me shuffle, because this is a lot of noise, but this is not as much noise. It softens the noise. Yeah. Okay. The Fool in reverse. And the Five of Cups in reverse. Yeah. So I don't think for any of you this is necessarily about anything in the future. This is something that is already happening currently in your energy. This is already something that exists inside of you. And you're being called to take the scary risk of going backwards and looking inside to see the infection, like to see, because there's a snake here, right? And snakes do give venom. They give Seven of Swords type energy in the traditional deck of the tarot, but they also give disease and some, not disease, but they definitely like infect you on the inside. There's something about you walking away from that for sure, but walking backwards and retracing your steps to see when was the moment that, this started happening for you. And embracing any feelings that pop up for you as you take that walk, inwards or backwards. Okay. Let's see what else. I'm looking through the little book because they have not traditional meanings, and I want to give you as much as I can because this deck wanted to be used, baby. Okay, surrendering to love. The magic action frees us from uncertainty, urging us to surrender to love, willingness and spontaneity and willingness. So I like that because it's really cute. But with it being in reverse, I feel like this is a take your time type energy. You are entering into a new phase of your life. I think I said something about like little things that trigger us to level us up, that are breadcrumbing us to our like gingerbread house in the woods. Like, yes, I know in the story they're attempted to be eaten, but I feel like this is, different. They ended up in victory, There was a bigger test, but they win. They're cunning. Yeah, the weight of the past. This is the Five of Cups. The weight of the past and its consequences is always remembered, but must be left behind to break overly oppressive attachments. You must open yourself to adventure and freedom. With it being in reverse and adventure and freedom being in the reverse as well, there's something for you in these moments. So don't try to run from them. Go to them. Go inside. See what the pestilence is. See what the infection is on the inside. And see what it's triggering in you. And again, those journals are really good to keep track of what your triggers are so that you can freely write. For this, I recommend the red journal or even the black journal or even the white. I recommend all of them because, black is like deep shadow work stuff, but white is also giving the shadow light. Red, I would like to use for like rage and things that are making you really angry. Also for, love and stuff. But since we're talking about this in particular, that's how I see it. And also the yellow is also light, adding light to the shadow. Once again, this sort of yellow light. So in any case, I wish you everything. I wish you the best. I really do. Keep your light on. Good luck. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Hey, number two. So your card is the Tempest, right? What is your guidance for the week? Your immediate vicinity is racked by a terrible storm. If this deck is actually like a tabletop RPG, TTRPG, the deck of many things. It's like a D&D thing. I love me some D&D, baby. So I'm so thankful to the person that got me this deck. Thank you so much, because not only can I play with it on the channel, but I can also play with it in like my real life. But that's why they kind of say stuff about like character takes 2d10 damage. Like, they're not Oracle cards. They're like actual gaming cards. Your immediate vicinity is racked by a terrible storm. If you are inside the structure, the structure is destroyed entirely. Wow. Every character takes 2d10 damage. So I feel like this is guidance for people who are currently in a thing, right? So if you're watching this, there's something that's been really looming large in your legend. Sorry about that. That's been looming large in your psyche. And this is something that you might be afraid of destroying. I'm picking up this is something to do with relationships, people in your life. I'm picking up romantic relationship, something that you're afraid of being destroyed, and something where maybe you are hurting each other. This could be a platonic relationship or maybe even familial for some, but I'm not feeling that to a great degree. I'm picking up more romantic vibes here where words are being exchanged or have been exchanged. Again, this is also like friendship too. Words are being exchanged. There's a storm in the relationship. There's just unease, and everybody is taking damage. 2d10 damage is no joke, bro. Especially if you're a lower level character. So I am using the tarot sexual magic. If you're 18 and older, you can stay. If you are not, bye bye. The images are quite graphic, but they're lovely. This deck was also gifted to the channel and to me for my birthday. If you'd like to get me something, or for the channel a deck that you want to get for us, the link is in the description box below for the decks that I'm interested in. So at least you're picking from a deck that I'm somewhat familiar with. That would be lovely. But otherwise, yeah, thank you so much to the person that got me this deck, us this deck, me this deck, because then it's out here really trying to talk. Thank you. So what is the guidance that you have for number 2? Thank you. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Pentacles. Her hair looks like a sausage. Okay, you can stay up there then, I guess. Do what you want. Oh, wow, this deck rarely gives me all upright cards. No joke. I asked it when I was meeting it the first time. I was like, hey, so, you know, I read reversals, but you don't have reversal meanings. How do you want me to read you? And I had like 5 cards fall out in the reverse, and I was like, okay. Okay. Alrighty then. So that's fun. This is the first time, actually. Wow. We have the 4 of Cups. We have the Knight of Pentacles, who gives me Knight of Wands vibes all the time. I don't even know what the Knight of Wands looks like in this deck. We have Death, and we have the 8 of Wands, and then we have the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles in the Casanova deck which was a gifted deck too. Oh, yeah, I'm loving these decks, bro. I'm loving my life right now. And the Casanova deck is about indifference. So this is a really interesting energy, because the 4 of Cups is usually about indifference. I'm curious to see what the little white book has to add to this, but let me just dig a little bit deeper into the vibes of this as it stands before going in for extra G. 7 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Death, and Wands. So we have everybody here except Swords, right? We have everybody present except Swords. Death has a scythe, and that Tempest is giving me sword energy. But what I'm seeing here, again, is this sort of... For some of you, it's a little bit of like... If you're dealing in a depressive state, or dealing with someone in a depressive state, this could be something to do with them. With the 8 of Wands here, there's something really interesting about this energy. Oh my gosh, I can't get over this imagery. Like I was saying earlier, it does seem like some words were exchanged, right? And 8 of Wands to me is messages, it is words, it is this kind of thing. 7 of Pentacles is sort of waiting for the storm to blow, or the for things to come to fruition. But death is really throwing me off. There's been a change or you are going through a change. With Tempest, I'm picking up current energy. I'm picking up Tempest is what's been going on in your world, in your psyche, in your relationships even. And Death means a change. What has been going on has been a change, right? There's been a definite change in your world. And this Tempest is brought about by that change, or the Tempest is a result of that change, or the Tempest itself is the change. And we're just kind of waiting to see what happens after this storm clears. What happens once the structure is destroyed? What do we do? Do we rebuild? Do we leave? Who's even around? Who's left after this storm, this Tempest, right? But again, all cards came up in the upright. So I'm having a difficult time touching this message. In any case, I feel like what it is the guidance moving forward here is that this Tempest is, I hate saying this, but it's a blessing. Okay, number 2, if you're still listening, shit. It's a blessing. Okay, it's the change that was needed. If you are still in this storm and you have yet to leave the building because it's going to come crashing down. Walk away from the situation. I think, yeah, yes, okay, thank you. It's clicking now. Oh my God. If you are in a thing with someone and things are getting a bit rowdy, take a hot second this week or the next couple of days. Or if something is coming, take some time away. So that you're not speaking in anger, or you're not speaking in a mood, you're not speaking due to environmental circumstances, i.e. retrogrades, retro Mercuries or Saturns or whatever the fuck, like till the energies around planetarily move for better communication. Abandon this storm. Abandon fighting it out. Okay? Walk away from that. And walk away peacefully. Don't walk away with like and a neck roll and a finger twist, or a bunch of text or calls or voicemails or whatever. Just okay, TTYL. And I don't mean that in an abrasive way. Just like a okay, and just peace out. Death is a transformation, but it is also about abandonment and abandoning, not doing something temporarily. At least in the book, it says temporary abstinence from sex reinforces your desire. So I think temporary abstinence from engaging in whatever the storm is, if the building has not yet crashed, yeah, absolutely walk away from that shit. That ain't got good shit for you. That's not got anything for you. Yeah. Walk away from what you usually do. If your instinct is to usually, hey, let's talk about it, or hey, let's, what's your problem? Like, walk away from that. Do not engage. Do not engage in your usual humdrum pattern that you do. Do the different thing and disengage. Okay? Give energy elsewhere. Give energy elsewhere, to something else, right? That's usually something that really helps when you're abstaining from something. You put your energy elsewhere. But also, if this does have to do with a relationship that's going a little bit wild or rowdy, by you walking away, you're giving them and you the space that you need to breathe, and the respect that you both need to have whatever this exchange is. If this is just you in general, like, walk away from doing something so that when you do it, it doesn't come with arduousness, ardor, so that it doesn't come with like a sense of hardness. Like if this is something that you enjoy and you're in the middle of a storm and you don't want to do the things that you enjoy, but you force yourself to do it, I feel like this reading is saying stop, walk away for a minute, like walk away for a while, just, you know, close that for a bit, and when you come back you'll appreciate it more. When you come back you'll be happy to and joyful to, because you took that break, you took some time away. And even that's, I think that's just the general vibe of this reading, in all honesty, because even if it is a partnership, a work relationship, a friendship, whatever that may be, this is for you to, you know, walk away for a bit, cool off. Wow, all of these cards talk about abstinence. They all talk about waiting. The Knight of Pentacles says that waiting allows the desired fruit to ripen, while haste makes every chalice bitter. He gave her a green-ass lemon, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna have to wait for this to ripen. And the Knight of Pentacles is slow. I love that. I love that meaning. All of these fucking cards are about slowness and waiting and abstinence and not walk, I mean, yeah, like walking away, sure, but like, you know, doing something different or abstaining from doing the thing that you would usually do. So this isn't to say abstain from sex or whatever it is that you're doing in your world, no, but there's something this week that's coming, that's been happening, and your guidance is basically saying, hey, chill out, hold up, wait. You know, just take a hot second and enjoy different things, like turn your attention elsewhere. I love this. This is for those of you that still have to engage with people. Like, okay, this walking away and pausing it and abstaining doesn't mean that you don't engage, right? This is just you saying, okay, like I'm not gonna get into this today. Like I'm not gonna engage in this stuff. Like I'm gonna hold myself back from doing the thing that I've been doing. That doesn't mean that you don't engage with the person if it is a person. It doesn't mean you don't go to work. It doesn't mean you don't, you know, talk to your workmates or whatever. What this is saying, the other perspective, which I'm glad we got here, the other things that you can focus on in the meantime is actually focusing on different kinds of energies, right? And those energies can be other stuff in your life, but what this is saying is savoring the magic of the shallows. Pleasure in and of itself is like the essence of springtime. Savoring eroticism as a pastime allows you some breathing room. So I feel like with this, if this is a relationship issue with, again, coworkers, people you live with, whatever the case may be, this guidance is saying, you know, just throw your hands up and go, okay, all right, you know, just surrender to it. It is what it is for now. Like, don't engage, don't, you know, XYZ, because that's just not what it needs to be. Like, let it die for a bit. Instead, look at the positives of the relationship. Look at the positives of this dynamic. Look at the positives, heck, of even the storm, because there are positives in this storm. I feel like the storm is giving you a break from what's been, and the storm is also, throwing out different kinds of seeds, different kinds of thought patterns, and if I said seeds, thought patterns and possibilities that if the storm is tampered with, if it's not just left to be a storm, the thought patterns, the messages that need to go where they need to go may not go where they need to go. So just take the time to enjoy what you can in this situation, whatever this is, if it was resonating. And if that's difficult for you to do in that situation, and I mean difficult, not because I ain't doing that, I mean like actually difficult, then yeah, definitely pivot your attention to something else that makes you feel pleasurable, that makes you feel good. Okay, number 2, keep your light on. Good luck. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Good luck. And number one, your card is Titania, who has the same wings as we have on the back. Okay. She's looking a little crazy, but it's okay. I'm so thankful to the person that gifted me this deck. It's amazing. I'm really enjoying it, and I would be so scared to use this in a real game. They're game cards. They're not like Oracle cards or anything like that. Like, they're like actual game cards for playing game. But I'm so excited. I saw them and I was like, I have to use this for the channel. A Fae Queen offers a trade. If you sacrifice something extraordinarily precious to you, you may look at the top 3 cards of this deck and choose a card to draw. So, what will you do, number one? Will you sacrifice something that is extraordinarily precious to you? Now, that's a word, okay? Extraordinary is not ordinary. It's not basic. It's not just special. It's extraordinary. Extraordinary. So, the Fae Queen is coming to you this week, asking that if you sacrifice something extraordinarily precious to you, you may look at the top 3 cards of this deck and choose a card. But the thing is, you're not going to know what those cards are until you decide to give up the thing that that's really important to you. And the thing is, you don't know what is in the deck of fates. So what will you do? Give up something that is extremely precious to you in order for the unknown, which could be some nasty stuff too. Or will you keep your precious thing? Will you keep your precious thing and wait for a different judgment day? Is your precious thing your time? Is your precious thing your words? Is your precious thing your complaints? Is your precious thing your dreams, your light? Is your precious thing yourself? Is your precious thing this love that you've been holding on to? What is that precious thing? Is it money? People say it is, but that's not really what it is sometimes. It could be for you, but for most people, it's something else. Is it your pride? Is it your Spotify subscription? Let's find out what your guidance is here. I am using the Tarot of Sexual Magic, and this was also a gifted deck. This is a gifted deck reading. Thank you so much to the person that got us this deck. You know who you are. Appreciate you truly if you're watching. If you're not watching, still appreciate you. Love this deck. This deck was for my birthday and for the channel. If you'd like to gift a deck to the channel or for my birthday, you can. The link is in the description box, and I would love it. Not even gonna lie. Hey guys, you guys want to wake up? What is the guidance for number one? What is the best choice for them to make? Holy, 4 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Not really feeling it. Don't know why you make me do that. This is a lot of cards. You're not even going to see that one. It's fine. This deck has a lot of explicit images to some degree. Not as explicit as you'd think, actually. Pretty tame, actually. It's a lot of leaving to your imagination. The Casanova deck, however, nah, baby. Well, they leave some things to the imagination. But every deck shows boobs. The Casanova deck shows other stuff. But female stuff. And there's another, the deck of Maroon, I think, shows like male stuff. Holy cow. I think. I don't know. Okay, boybs. We have the 8 of Cups, the 6 of Pentacles. That's funny. What are you willing to give up? What are you willing to exchange? All right. We have the 2 of Swords, We have the Four of Wands in reverse. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Queen in reverse. We have the Queen of Wands. And we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Alright. What are we doing here? It's definitely your choice. I want to say that. With this Knight of Swords, Four of Wands, and the Queen of Wands here, it's definitely your choice. The Four of Wands is in reverse. But it still feels really cute to me. I don't know how to explain that to you. Gosh, I'm so sorry about this glare. It's gonna be there. I'm so sorry about that. I can't even fix it any which way. Walking away from something that you don't particularly, it's not that you don't want it. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it's not that you don't want it. It's just that you don't want it the way it's coming. And you would almost rather do it yourself. Right? No matter how messy it might be, no matter how unstable it might be, no matter how you don't really fully know which way you're going, you would still sort of rather do it yourself. Now, the thing that's sort of just, I'm sorry, tickling me here is how you have, okay, you have one cup card, two pentacle cards, one sword, one wand, well, two swords technically with the knight. So you have all elements present. It's just, it seems like there's something you're having a hard time letting go of. You want to, but it's still kind of hard for you to let go of. Now, I'm feeling that as past energy. It's still sort of in your vibe, though. It's still sort of in your vibe. But a fake queen, I wonder if that queen is the Queen of Wands, your inner passion. Your inside's asking you to take a risk. Will you take it? If you're having a hard time doing that, right? Luce, what if? What if it doesn't work out? What if it's unstable? What if, what if I lose a lot of money? What if I lose a lot of resources? What if? Wanting to, but not wanting to. Fighting it on the outside. What I'm like noticing here is the lack of major arcanas. I'm used to at least a major coming up, but we do have 2 court cards. I'm getting to your message number 1. This deck just speaks in a different language, and we have to keep like doing that whole thing. You know, when you're speaking to someone who has a different tongue, you say something, they say what? And then you say it again, and then they say it back, and you're like, no, this. And then you say it again, and then like you eventually come to an understanding. But like you know you're both talking about the same thing. You just finally got there. That's what this deck is doing to me. But I'm really here for it. Because I feel like, in short, your guidance number 1 is to take the chance. Ah, I know, scary. Give it a chance. I know, scary. You want to walk away. You're scary. You don't want to do it. You don't want to look at the top 3 fate cards because what if they are bad? What if the choices are bad? You know what I'm going to do for you? I have the deck here. I shuffled it. I don't know if I'm going to shuffle it again, but we're going to see what the top 3 cards are so you know what your options are and what you want to choose. Why not? Why don't we just do that? Look at the top 3 cards and choose a card to draw. A cheat, because you're in the Lumiere channel, and you get to decide. You get to see which one you want to give to 6 of Pentacles, which one you want to invest in 10 of Pentacles in reverse, because you can't invest in all of them. You got to pick one. Which one is going to light you on fire, Queen of Wands? Which one's going to allow you to take control and be a little bit more focused? Knight of Swords in the upright. He's in the reverse now, though. He's not thinking straight. It feels like beneath your fears, beneath the trepidation that you're sort of having about the thing that you want to do this week, is the right choice. It's a sincere choice. It's a fitting choice. There it is. The 6 is also part of the Lovers. You know, the Lovers is card number 6. And the beautiful thing about this deck is it kind of gives me, I mean, just the number 6, really. The beautiful thing about this deck is I love the little white book descriptions. Sometimes they're garbage, but sometimes they're really nice. But what I'm getting from the 6 of Pentacles is the choice, the Lovers. So perhaps that is your major arcana that just didn't come out here. Perhaps it did come out with these 2 center cards being the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Wands. This choice that you have to make, I mean, it kind of did with Titania, but the choice that you have to make with the 6 of Pentacles, there's only today. So if you've done something in the past that may not have worked out, or that you're afraid of, or you've seen someone do, there's only today, and today shouldn't be neglected. The choices that you have for today are valid and worth exploring, you know? I want to see what these top 3 cards are. I'm just still tuning into this message because a lot came out for you, more so than anybody else. So I want to make sure that I'm getting all the nuances of what the guidance is. So it might feel a bit jumpy. The 10 of Pentacles in this deck, like, yes, the 10 of Pentacles is what we know it as, but this deck is really, honestly, it's an oracle card. Like, let's not even front. Like, the Tarot of Sexual Magic is an oracle card deck that is inspired by the tarot. This ain't no damn tarot deck, honey. So with the 10 of Pentacles, it actually talks about, like, vanity, because this woman, this female, is in front of a mirror. You see the mirrors up there. And she's not looking at herself, right? She's not taking the time to enjoy herself. But in the booklet, I love that it showed up in reverse in your deck. So, like, I feel like the message is actually really poignant, but in a weird reversed way. Let me read the message to you. The message says, vanity is the soul of love. What? you must love yourself to let yourself be loved, and you must love yourself before you can love another. How I'm seeing this more so for you, number one, is you are loving yourself too much by overprotecting yourself from making the choices that you have to make, or from making the movements that you have to make. I don't think you have to walk away from anything. I feel like you want to walk away from something that you're not giving a chance. And there's a lot of excuses or words or fears that are coming up that could be valid because they look like the past, they feel like the past, and you're maybe being triggered or fired, but there's something that you want to walk away from with this Eight of Cups energy, but you still want it. Like, even without reading the book, the little white book, the vibe I'm getting from this is she wants, like, she doesn't want, to be harassed, but I'm feeling that she wants it. She wants to give this person a chance, but on the outside, she's scared to. She doesn't want to. She fights it. This energy a chance. But even also with the Two of Swords, I mean, he's tickling her with this flower, and she's like, I'm not going. But, like, her shoes off. And she's like, I'm not going, but I mean, if you want, you can kiss my feet. You know what I mean? Like, this energy of, like, I don't want to, but I want to for real. But I don't want to, but I want to. Because on the inside, you want to. But acknowledging that is really scary. Looking at yourself and loving yourself in a way that isn't protecting yourself from fall. This is like a parent who doesn't let their child play outside in the backyard because they're afraid their kid's gonna fall and get hurt. Like, kids are gonna fall and get hurt. It's almost a good thing for them to fall and get hurt so that they know that that's, it's okay to fall and get hurt. It's okay to do that type of, it's okay to make choices and suffer those consequences, because sometimes those consequences are not that bad. Like, you fell as a kid, like, the world did not end, like, you got up and kept on playing, so I feel like you're overprotecting yourself with this Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, because there's this overprotection from running around and playing and getting a little banged up, because we don't know what's at the top of this deck. Look, I'm talking about all this stuff which feels like a go for it. This feels like a give up that extraordinarily precious thing to you, which is that fear, the overprotectiveness. Give that up and see what's waiting for you at the top of the deck, and you get to pick one. I don't know what's here. I don't know, baby, but we're gonna see what's there. I don't know if I should shuffle it or not. I don't know. I'm still, like, oscillating between the two. Huh? Yeah. You're not allowing yourself play. You're not allowing yourself play. Play more. Okay? Play more. Play more. Take more risks. Take a risk this week. Take a risk. The fake queen is out here being like, what you gonna do? What we doing? What you gonna do? The Queen of Wands talks about undressing. I love this deck, I think. I think the romance angels, they're not here. This ain't no romance angels. They're not fighting. They're not duking it out. Honesty and devotion between partners are born of daily pleasures. You must seduce your partner every day as if it were always the first time. That's what the Queen of Wands message is. Honesty and devotion between partners are born of daily pleasures. How this to me relates for you, number one, is, I mean, this sounds really corny, but renewing your faith in yourself daily. Letting that playfulness out and doing little things on a daily basis to break away from the mold that's been holding you back. And speaking of holding back, the Knight of Swords in reverse talks about taming. In the upright talks about taming. And so I feel like in the reverse, it's like, get wild. you know? What you fear might be the exact thing that you've been wanting. Let's find out what's at the top of the deck. Let's find out these 3 cards, these 3 fates. Because this is the deck of many fates. Let's find out which you're going to choose from. A little hack when you give up the thing that is extraordinarily precious to you. Oh, I'm scared. This is interesting. Are you ready? I hope it's good things, man. I always fear this shit. I feel like it's bad shit. Amazing. Holy fuck, it's animals, it's creatures. This is like a whole different read. This is like a whole different read, number 1. What are you doing? Are you gonna take up 40 minutes of my time, baby? Did you even stick around? Am I talking to myself right now? Number 1, dragon. And then I'll go into them, okay? Number 2, minotaur. Number 3, destrier. Okay. Your top 3 choices that Titania, the Fae Queen, blessed you with. Are dragon. You encounter a hostile dragon. What you finna do, baby? Are you high level enough to fight a motherfucking dragon? Number 2, minotaur. Your party is transported to the entrance of a labyrinth. The only escape is to find the center. A guardian minotaur lurks somewhere within. You gonna go into a goddamn maze and try to find a minotaur and find the center of the goddamn maze? Is that the fate that you want to choose? At least you're not alone. Destrier. You gain a magical steed from among the following: a bear, an elk, a stallion, a rhino, a sloth, or a wolf. Which fate do you choose? The dragon. You encounter a hostile dragon. Here's what you need to know about dragons. Money. Money. Money, honey. If you kill this dragon, if you conquer this hostile ass motherfucking dragon, not only will you be rich for literal generations, okay, you will have the glory and honor. This is stardom, the glory and honor. I lost all my words. They just totally left. It's glory and honor, a bunch of loot, okay? A bunch of items, magical, non-magical, a bunch of tools, because dragons are hoarders. They hoard stuff. They hoard anything shiny, okay? And it's legit. They know fake stuff from real stuff. And you would have killed a dragon. Like, you get the notoriety of killing a dragon. You get the notoriety of climbing this mountain. It's not going to take a second. It's not going to take a minute. This is going to take years and years and years and years to kill this dragon. Well, maybe not years and years and years. It's going to take years to kill a dragon. They have a lot of hit points. They fly. They breathe fire. That's several damage points. But as you are high level enough, if you are high level enough to conquer this dragon, you also get their skin. Like, that's the thing I've been trying to say since this card came out. You also get their skin. You get dragon hide, which is highly precious because you know why? It's hard to kill a motherfucking dragon. And so when you kill it and you have all this body parts of the dragon, you're set. That's a potential fate. Fate number 2. If you're still watching till the end, number 1, I need you to tell me which fate you would choose if you gave up your fear. Or, if you gave up a precious thing to you, whatever that is. The Minotaur. Your party is transported to the entrance of a labyrinth. The only escape is to find the center. A guardian minotaur lurks somewhere within. This is where the Knight of Swords is really helpful, whether his reverse or in the upright, because he's very analytical. He's a high thinker. He knows how to move, he knows how to conquer, and he knows how to fight. He's a very, very smart man. The Knight of Swords. Did I say pentacles? I meant swords. Okay. He's very clever. Minotaurs are close attackers. They probably don't have enough speed, so they would move maybe slower. The knight would move faster and be able to do more damage in terms of maybe long range fighting. How does this relate to you? If you are a thinker, if you are analytical, if you got the brains, you got the moves, but do you got the touch? Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I think you're alright. But that will keep me warm in the middle of the night. That don't impress me much. I think you have to impress this Minotaur with your brains. Because you don't really necessarily have to fight this Minotaur. I think you just have to impress this Minotaur. And he might help you find the center. The party is transported to the entrance. The only escape is to find the center. A guardian Minotaur lurks somewhere within. It doesn't mean you gotta fight him. He's a guardian, but his ass could be bored. He might just want a friend. He might want to see something that'll wow him. Do you have something that will wow him? Do you have something that will impress people? Do you have something that will be something that people are wowed by? Is it your brain? Is it how you move? You know, what is it that you have to offer that might get you to the center even faster than you think? Will you even encounter this Minotaur? Will the Minotaur know you're around and just sort of stalk you? With this Minotaur, this fate, I'm seeing that it is possible to get to the center. It would just take quite a bit of brains to get there. And the lucky thing is, with this fate, you're not doing it alone, you're doing it with other people. A party, a group of people that you have been thrown together with and have bonded and value their different skill set. Fate number 3, the Destroyer, I don't know. You gain a magical steed chosen from among the following: bear, elk, stallion, rhino, sloth, or wolf. This fate is gaining a partner. This fate is gaining a loyal partner. Someone who will have your back. Someone who will carry you. This could be, by the way, not just a person, but even an occupation, a path that will support you, a path that will have allies along the way, a path that will lead you to a place where you did not get there alone. So this is help. This is chosen help. It's just, what kind of help would you choose? If you choose this card and there's an animal from the ones I'm about to list, I'll say them a couple of times. I would say look up the spirit animal of the one that you are like, yeah, definitely. If I was going to go on a journey, I'd want to take that as my magical companion, and see what that spiritual message of that animal is, what their guidance is, and how they can assist you on the journey forward if this is the fate that you choose. Having a magical steed ride with you in life as you take these steps moving forward. They are the bear, the elk, the stallion, the rhino, the sloth, or the wolf. That's a bear, an elk, a stallion, a rhino, a sloth, or wolf. That's going to be your homework if you choose that one. Let me know which fate you would choose. Wow, that's insane. Thank you so much for this super long reading. That was fun though. I don't know who made it till the end, but if you did, you gotta leave me an emoji or something in the comments. Like, you gotta be like, I stayed till the end, or you gotta let me know that you did in fact like pick a fate, or you don't know which fate to choose, or what, because how interesting is that? How interesting is that? I love my new decks, you guys. I cannot wait to get more. I'm a bit greedy. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. I wish you everything. Keep your light on. Good luck, and I will see you tomorrow.